Hey guys, Joe here, Tackle Kingdom. Guys, this week on our What is New at the Kingdom, we are going to cover the brand spanking new reels for 2025, the 150 and 200 size in the Daiwa Tatula bait casting reel. Stay tuned. All right, welcome guys to our weekly What is New at the Kingdom. I'm your host, Joe, and Paul's right behind the camera for you guys.
Hey everybody.
So this week, good week for us. Before I get into it, again, last reminder guys, because early season catch and release is actually closing this Saturday. So if you guys want to go back out on the St. Lawrence River, it is your last week to do so. That is zone 20, right?
Yeah, FMZ 20.
Exactly. So this is your last day. Plus, on top of that, this is the great news, is walleye season is actually opening up in our zone, which is the zone 18. So this is actually opening up this Saturday. So that is Mississippi,
White Lake, the Rideau chain, all those, basically the Ottawa, Carleton surrounding region.
Yes, so that is pretty cool. So stay tuned for that. We actually have a lot of planned footage for you guys. Okay, we're gonna go out. We're gonna try to show you guys how to fish early season walleye. So we're gonna teach you guys. So we're gonna go on the water. We're gonna give you a lot of tips and tricks. So this is gonna be new for us. So stay tuned for those videos. It's gonna be awesome. So I'm actually also, today, we're recording this on Thursday because on Friday, which is when you guys are watching this, I'm actually out on Lake Ontario right now again for the last day of the catch and release. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna have some footage of that for you guys as well. So let's get into it this week. Brand new that they just dropped from Daiwa. Again, it is the 150. This is the Tatula bait casting TW 150 size reel, and they also have a 200 reel. Really cool, brand new. Now this is not the SV, the stress-free versatile technology. This is actually brand new, and as you guys see that I was putting here, it features that LC concept, okay, which is really, really cool. It is called the LC concept, the long cast. So it allows you guys for a long distance casting while still having great performance and again, a great casting feeling, okay? That's a new technology that they put in these ones here. But again, these are not your stress-free versatile. Okay, we'll cover that after. Also features that hyperdrive design from Daiwa, which is unique to them. It makes their reel extremely smooth, very solid, and super duper powerful, okay, really sharp. Another cool thing they do use, okay, so they use a 100mm handle, so it's a longer handle. This is an aluminum handle, and it features these bigger knobs right here. I personally prefer these because you got a good grip on these, so they got some really sharp knobs on here. Features your T-wing system like you guys are used to with Daiwa. Just a really, really, really nice reel, full-on black matte finish. Just looks really, really, really sharp. The one I'm holding right now, again, that's that 150, has your Daiwa logo right here. Okay, gear ratios right there. We did receive in the 150, I did receive in the right hand, we got a 7:3-to-1 ratio and a 8:4 ratio. And then in the left-handed size, we got the 7:3 ratio for you guys. So really sharp reel, check this one out. Also got and I'm gonna show you this one here. This is the 200 size right here, okay? A little bit bigger spool, deeper spool. There's a big difference with this spool here. The big difference between the two, if you want to use the 200, it's going to be a great spool for all your big baits or your big glide baits, your big swim baits, even your A-rigs, frog fishing, stuff like that. The 200 size comes in a 7:3-to-1 ratio. Those are the ones that we received, both in left and right hand. So they are here at the store. It's a $249 price point, so it's a great reel. It does feel very, very, very good in hand, okay? This is the big thing that I'm noticing with Daiwa. Very ergonomic, okay? It has a nice feeling when you're holding this reel. It's a really, really nice reel. They look like they're very well made. Where are you gonna use this reel maybe versus the SV, which is the one that they came out in 2024, that stress-free versatile system, which is their brake control system, okay? This one here, for you guys that want to pitch and flip, especially the 150, if you want to pitch and flip, just throw like all your crankbaits, stuff like that. Guys that are used to using your typical reels, okay, you don't need that cast control. If you guys want to use that cast control, if you're casting like in the wind, or if you're a beginner, you're casting smaller baits like that, you might want to look at that SV Tatula lineup, okay? There you guys have it, the brand new Daiwa Tatula 150 and 200 TW just landed here at the Kingdom. Next up from Evergreen. Now this one is going to be a refill, but this is a very popular product for us. We literally just loaded the shelf for you guys. It is your Grass Ripper Swim Jig. Again, super duper popular. We got everything from your quarter size, your 3/8, your half ounce, and your 3/4 size. They're all there, all your popular colors, including this one here, that is your Brett's Bluegill. Extremely well built swim jigs, features that silicone skirt, a 4/0, I believe it is a gammy hook, super duper cool. And the colors are very nice and realistic. They're actually the same colors that you find in your jackhammers that you guys are used with the jackhammer. So very cool from Evergreen. Check these out. Again, we are fully loaded at these at the store. Another one from Evergreen that came in again this week. It is this one here. It is called the Gezzy. So this is designed to be fish on a weighted, like a little worm hook. You're gonna fish this unweighted. It is salt. There is a lot of salt content inside. So it is made, it's gonna shimmy down. It's gonna be very horizontal. It is 1.8 inches wide. So this is just a little bug bait. It's exactly made to imitate a little bug, which is just an easy food source for those bass, right? So check these out. There is 5 colors available for you guys here at the store. I'm not gonna run through the colors. They're just very natural looking colors, but it's very cool and unique little bait from, again, from Evergreen. And so this is pretty cool. This is available at the Kingdom. All right, guys, another one that just landed here this week at the Kingdom. This is not a brand spanking new product, but it's a brand new product for us. So it is the I Slide 187R from Megabass. So for you guys that love your big glide baits, I know Paulo loves these, so
they're good.
This is Paulo's thing. He loves the big baits, so we brought some of these here. You guys know we already had a lot of big glide baits here, but we decided to bring the Megabass ones. These are super duper sharp. These are 85 bucks, so they're not cheap, but they're very well built. I looked it up online. They look very easy to fish. They have a nice gliding action, right?
Wide glide on those.
Very wide glide, eh? And there's 2 kinds here. You got a floating version, and then you're gonna have an intermediate version. And I'll let Paulo actually explain to you guys the difference between these 2 right here.
So one is gonna go slightly deeper than the other. Basically, the way I always look at it is one's high in the water column, one's a little lower in the water column. But essentially, they're gonna accomplish the same thing, just fished slightly different.
Exactly, so really cool. We got a couple of colors. I'm actually gonna run through colors so that you guys can know what we received here at the Kingdom this week. So we're gonna start with the floating versions here, okay? So you're gonna have this is your matte tiger.
Good looking, Carlo.
Right there. You're gonna have the GLX rainbow right there.
Great bait.
Nice color. This one here is sweet, man. Look at this here. Your GST Tiger Reaction.
That'll be a big one for our region.
Nice colors in there. This is awesome. So those are your 3 offerings in the floating versions that we got for now. We'll try to get more as they become available. These are they're hard to get. Can't get these all the time. So we were able to get these in the floating versions for now. We're gonna try to get even more of the natural colors moving forward. Now let's go through the intermediate ones. So we're gonna start with the GLX Rainbow again. This one here, really nice. This is awesome.
It's a beautiful color.
Yeah, really well made there. Oh, this one, dude, look at this color here. What is this called? The PM Spectre. So your PM Spectre right there, really nice. This is more the closest to a natural color, right? That's a nice one here. You're gonna have, again, your matte tiger right there.
Typical perch.
Super nice color. Should be a great one here on the Ottawa River too, right?
Yeah,
these
muddy watercolor for sure.
Yeah, this is gonna be an awesome one. And then you're gonna have, again, that GST Tiger Reaction. Look at that.
Gorgeous.
So that's in your intermediate. So you got 4 colors to choose from in the intermediate, and then you got 3 colors to choose from in your floating version. So if you guys got questions about anything like big glide baits, big swim baits, reach out to Paulo. I know Paulo loves to throw the big baits. Every time we go out, he always brings us around. He's got these big baits he throws out there. But you know what? He catches big fish with them. They're really cool. So if you guys want to reach out, you guys got questions, feel free to do so through our social channels, and we'll be happy to answer those. We're going to do a lot of content as well on big glide baits like these guys here this summer for you guys, especially again with Paulo. This is a big thing that he loves to do. Stay tuned for that. Another one on the Megabass side of things that came in. This is just a couple of new colors. This is in the PopMax. This is actually your GLX Spawn Cherry. Really sharp color. It's super duper
gorgeous.
Cool. It has that super realistic eye too, really sharp. And one that, again, I know Paulo loves to, he's actually the one that introduced me to this bait. The bait I'm gonna show you guys, again, one color that came in, but we have all the other colors here. It is again in that GLX Spawn Cherry. This is your giant dog X. I have seen, if you guys knew the amount of big fish that I have seen land in our boats, not on my rod, on Paulo's rod, anytime we need that big bite, this is usually the bait that he's gonna take out and he's gonna throw around. I have seen a lot of big fish being caught on this bait. So check this out. This is again in that GLX Spawn Cherry color, really sharp, from Megabass. All right, last one, super duper quick. Couple of new boxes from Daiwa this week that came in. They got a new lineup of boxes and they're all in a smaller compact size. The only one I just showed you, I left the other ones there. They're just regular boxes, but they're just in this little size here, which is pretty cool. This one here is gonna be made in case there's all these slit and all this foam inside. They're gonna be a nice little box for all your hooks, your jigs, stuff like that. So it's really cool. Little lineup of boxes again. We did get a couple of refills as well. We did receive a couple of poison adrenas from Shimano this week, but I still have a couple that are coming in for next week. So I'm gonna show you guys next week, but stay tuned. All the poison adrenas that we were actually missing, they're such in high demand, guys. They're hard to get, but everything's coming in. So if you guys were looking for any of the poison adrenas, you guys shoot us a message if there's any models you guys were looking for. We're pretty much gonna have everything here. I don't know how long they're gonna last, but those are starting to come back in the store, so look out for those. Did get a lot of refills again on the Megabass side of things. So all your haze dongs, we got a huge refills on those, your spark shad, stuff like that. So it's all filled up again. Rod sleeves too from Rod Gloves, stuff like that. They're all back in stock. So we did get a lot of product and we have a lot of cool stuff to show you guys for next week. So stay tuned. We got some pretty sweet JDM baits we want to show you for next week. So on that, guys, I hope you guys have a great weekend. Hope you guys get to go fish, and I will see you next Friday for our What is New at the Kingdom. Have a great day.